What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack them. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe, hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Bulls on Tap. I am your boy Buzz, joined by my dude Goose, a.k.a. Bull Scripted. We are here after a 124-110 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder back at home in Chicago. Before we get into this one, be sure to go on OnTapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at Bull Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review because it's cool and tough. If you're on Facebook or Twitter, please go to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the little bell. It's a notification thing. I don't want to talk about anything else. I'm having a bad time. Bulls lost. My brothers are here, as I was telling you before we got on the show. And my middle brother, his favorite team is the Warriors, and they just put the absolute beat down on one of the TVs down here on San Antonio, and then my team got their ass kicked by Oklahoma City. How are you doing?
I'm not feeling very cool or tough as a Bulls fan right now. I don't know what that first half was. I don't know why we seem to play like one quarter a game and think that's going to win us basketball games. I guess I just don't get it. I don't know why Dragic played so many damn minutes in the fourth quarter. I don't know why Io has seemingly forgot how to play basketball. I don't know why the only guy that we're talking about trading in Kobe White had to be the player to step up and save us. Pat had over 15 points tonight, but it was also kind of quiet. And he did do a lot of positive things, and we get on Pat a lot on this show. So it was nice to see him answer that call at least a little bit. The last show we talked about with DeMar out, how we really needed extra from him, and he gave us a little extra tonight, but you still saw more from the guy that you might be letting walk or you might be trading in Kobe White. And I guess that might be a fun topic to talk about at some point is, does Kobe White have more potential than Patrick Williams? I mean, because at least
you gotta be real careful, because I have found that there is a very profound group of people that are Patrick Williams fans. And I put that tweet out about how because listen, in my opinion, the Vucevic trade wasn't worse than them drafting Pat, because at least I can't be happy with the swing if I'm pissed off at the miss. Does that make sense? Like if I'm yelling at something, swing the bat, but you miss, I can't be mad at you. I told you to swing the bat. We wanted something big. We wanted a good player to pair with Zach LaVine. So that's why I like the Vooch trade.
Yeah, and given the assets they were left with after not doing anything with the 4th overall pick and selecting Patrick, Vooch was really what your only real option was. We didn't want Gobert. We've seen how that has played out. Maybe a better fit with an offensive-minded LaVine than Vucevic. We kind of touched on it last show. Look at Lowry right now. There's not a lot of things that Vooch does that Lowry can't do outside of being a more predominant post presence. So if we were going this route of just saying fuck defense, well, you might as well have just kept Lowry. And if you kept Lowry, you wouldn't have had to draft Pat. And then you have all these assets.
But you had Lowry when you drafted Pat.
Yeah.
But you had no intention of keeping Lowry. And again, I don't know if he would have done that here. So like I've always said, a change of scenery can be the best thing for somebody, but I did find within that tweet that there's a lot of people that love Patrick Williams and think that I'm blowing, that's a bad take, and which is fine. I have bad takes. He might turn around and become a 20-time All-Star and blow us away. It might happen. I mean, I'd be willing to set myself on fire maybe if that actually did happen. 20-time All-Star is why I said that. I got to stop making these stupid bets on here.
Yeah, I mean, at least 20-time All-Star.
It only happens after a couple Miller Lights, but I digress. But like, I still stand by that. I don't think he's going to be very good. He doesn't look good now. Like, you're talking about a good game from 6 for 11, 2 for 6 from downtown, 4 for 4. We really need him tonight because we're missing DeMar DeRozan. He plays 26 minutes.
No, I mean, that's the problem. Is our standard of good game is, oh my God, he made it over 15 points again. And I don't know that's a great standard. And when we talk about his defense, and it's not bad, but I think Pat's defense looks so good because nobody else on this team can play defense outside of Alex Caruso.
I don't think he has a quick first step against most forwards or guards.
I think Javonte Green probably is more adept at staying in front of people most nights. Also issue there, not the greatest offensive player. Probably a better cutter still. And I don't know why Pat is still so hesitant to take more threes. Though we begged for more threes from Zach, and tonight we got, was it 1 for 7 from 3 from Zach?
1 for 8, bud.
1 for 8. Okay, let's add an extra one on there. No, and it's really hard to try to get on Zach tonight because despite shooting like complete shit, I don't know that I've ever seen Zach attack the basket more in a single game.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the bulk of his points came from, right?
Yeah, I mean, and there was calls that were left on the table as well. But when you're shooting, was it 15 free throws?
Yeah, 14 for 15 tonight. Hey, I got to give him credit. The shot wasn't falling, but he basically hit all of his free throws. And I just said the other day, free throws
like I said, that's what's so disappointing about that performance is if he makes even just like 3 more shots, well, we're talking about 1, a closer game, and 2, probably a great game for Zach just because he did the thing that we're always asking him to do, and that's attack. And it's just so
it's funny looking at the stat line and say you didn't see the field goal attempts and the free throws, and somebody looks at that, wow, what a game, and it's just like, no, it was actually pretty unimpactful.
It's pretty atrocious.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Kobe White led the team in points tonight, correct?
No, not in points. No, Zach had 25.
Okay.
Believe it or not. He had a couple shots there in the fourth, but he had 25 points for Zach. He had 5 assists and 6 boards. Kobe White had 7 for 15 tonight, 4 for 9 from downtown, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 19 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. Only 1 turnover, too. Kobe White is averaging over 20 minutes a game. I wrote an article about this on Tap today. But Kobe's White is averaging over 20 minutes a game, and he's averaging less than 1 turnover a game. And today's NBA is pretty, for somebody that handles the ball kind of like he does sometimes. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Well, no, for somebody who was drafted as a point guard and then forced into a shooting guard because of his lack of ball security. Yeah, obviously that's positive improvement, especially since we don't have the semblance of a point guard right now. It's just tough because once again, even with Kobe's defensive improvements, him and Zach on the floor together is just an atrocious combination out on the perimeter.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe the old Kobe that's fair for. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to talk up.
You saying Kobe should get the starting nod right now? The way that Io's playing?
Yeah, well, dude, you kind of said it a little bit ago. I mean, it's seemingly like he forgot how to play basketball. Those are your you just said that. And like, I'm looking at Kobe, who's a guy
who just remembered how to play basketball.
If he gets going, that's the thing. There's no consistency here. So these arguments are so empty because there's nothing really to back it up with. He can provide offense to alleviate Vooch, Zach, and DeMar. But he could also be good enough if playing the way he is now to maybe run the unit and be still effective because he's got a pretty good relationship, at least on the court, with Vucevic. It always seemed like they work pretty decent together. He's played with Zach since he's gotten in the league. They've had their moments. They'd be very bad individually.
I would love to see a compilation of plays where Kobe is raising his hands like this on shots that Zach took and plays that Zach is raising his arms like this on shots that Kobe took. Just like back and forth, just alternate. It would probably be like 10 minutes long, but I would love to see.
Just what do you think, though? Like, do you think it would work? Do you think it's worth a shakeup if they want to compete? And if they really do want to move him, if he's the easiest person to move, I mean, that's a showcase, right?
Yeah, I mean, the more minutes you give him, the more opportunity he has to boost his value. But the way that Io's playing right now with Caruso's lack of defense, if DeMar is going to continue not to play, which hopefully we get a further update on that situation, because he looked pretty all right in the Wizards game, squaring up across the court with Bradley Beal at the end of the game, dancing, shimmying. Like, he looked like he was in good spirits. Didn't seem to be too down. But then again, I guess we saw Javante dancing, and then he went and had a knee surgery. So that's, I guess, not a very good indication. But if DeMar is not going to be playing for the near future here, I think you do have to insert Kobe, because otherwise you just don't have another ball handler. And if Zach has the ball in his hands, you have no 3-point shooters. So, like, that is the conundrum I tweeted about earlier, is the Bulls' best ball handlers also happen to be their best catch and shoot players. And you can't catch and shoot if you're dribbling. So you almost need Zach and Kobe out on the floor together right now, just so you can have one of them creating for themselves while having somebody that's a legitimate threat off the ball. It keeps teams honest in terms of being able to double. It's why when DeMar is healthy, we see DeMar with the ball more than anybody else, because he's not a spacer. And then you do have Zach with the ability to catch and shoot. So it's really seems to come down to the fundamental issue. We don't have a damn point guard.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's just like at this point, like the shakeup, I feel like if DeMar is going to miss this time, that this might be the best option to go if you want to try to compete. I mean, but seriously, Keith, I don't know, man. They're 19-24. They're 19-24. Like, they're for 5 games under 500. This is a big deal, because your best players out. You know, we're getting empty 25 5-5s from Zach. I mean, he's in Vooch. I mean, God, do you think they just went through him a little bit more tonight if they could get him in the right position? But we don't
have anybody who can make a damn entry pass.
Right. I don't know, man. Like,
which has been the problem as long as time here now, is nobody on this team for like 6 years is capable of making an entry pass. The best person since Rondo might have been Chris Dunn until we got Zoe for 35 games. And that was 35
always so
years
sad.
greatness.
It's always so sad. Like, did you see the video of him dunking today? And then just someone had to put under, yeah, but he's not running and cutting yet, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just like, oh, like, just let me have the dunk for 5 seconds.
Let me have the dunk in the treadmill where he's favoring one leg. Just let me have it. He's smiling. He shared it. Let me have it. But they are being realistic. Well, we've said it on the show enough times. You cannot rely on the possibility of Zoe coming back, because even from this point, he's probably 2+ months out from being the guy that you want him to be. And then even then, when he's back on the court, it might be another 2+ months from there before he gets back into a flow and a rhythm. It's been
tomorrow is 1 year.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is 1 year since he has stepped foot on a basketball court competitively,
which is insane. And obviously, is a fan of Lonzo, even outside of just being a Bulls fan at this point. Like, you're just happy to see him making progress, to see that it might just be an extra season that we have to cry about, and that maybe we do have a future backcourt in Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball, who I think paired with the right roster do have the continuity and, the counterpart yin and yang abilities to be, a top 5 kind of backcourt in this league when healthy, which we did see. So it's encouraging to see Zoe getting back, but it's sad that that's the best thing that we saw today was Lonzo Ball doing a standing dunk without running and jumping, and jumping on one leg. That was the positive of our night, because during the game we only had the third quarter to enjoy, and the rest was pain.
Third quarter was fun. I mean, that lineup was pretty odd too. It was Caruso, Dragic, Kobe, DJJ, and Vooch, and they ate, man. They ate.
For a little while you took Vooch out and you had Pat in that spot.
Oh, right, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah.
Which I do, as much as we've gotten on Billy at times this season. That was a nice decision, obviously. So
yeah, I thought it worked real well. I thought that there was a lot of ball movement there. There was some Dragic and Caruso are pretty tenacious defenders. And if Kobe's going to play competent defense, it's going to turn out to be all right, So
we can't call Dragic tenacious. We can't do that.
Why not?
Because his defense is fouling.
Tonight he played pretty good perimeter defense in that third quarter. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know that I'd ever. I don't know. I'm at the point with Dragic where even when he does something positive, I'm like, get him out of the game.
Oh man, we got there, huh? You didn't.
We got there.
I didn't realize your relationship was like that.
We went from Dragon full flames in the beginning of the season, super hype, to
this guy sucks.
Floor. My lady is sitting in the other room listening to me during the fourth. Why is he still on the floor?
Hey man, he had a good. He had a good fucking third quarter.
He had a good third quarter, and I guess the Bulls got a lead in the second for a little bit, right?
For a hot second.
And he was part of that too, I believe. So I guess maybe I should be the one that cools off on the Dragon and let him do his thing. But for whatever reason, that dude just drives me crazy.
Yeah, just bad game all around. I'm going to read a couple stat lines here. So Vooch, 39 minutes, 9 for 14, 1 for 4 from downtown, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Patrick Williams, 18 points, 26 minutes, 6 for 11, 2 for 6 from three-point land, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Again, he had 18 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. I already read Zach's stat line earlier.
You know what, sports fan? I'm not going to drink the pickle juice yet. We're going to save it. It has power at this point. Just in case this team ever does decide to turn around, the pickle juice has to be there. It has to be there, ready and waiting. And I've already started eating the pickles, and I got to say, that shit is going to be tart. Do not buy off-brand dill pickle to chug, Buzz. Don't do it. Don't do it. It was a bad decision.
I won't. What is Vlasic? Is that dill?
Yeah, I mean, they've got every kind of pickle. But yeah, dill's going to be a little sour. You might want to get the bread and butter. It might be a little more sweet.
I want to get the ones that if I had to pick one, it'd be like the thin ones you throw on a burger.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm getting fucking irritated now that we're talking about it. I don't want it to happen.
You're talking about pickles.
Pickles on Bulls on Tap, huh? Yeah, that's great. What fucking hashtag content?
Pickles on Tap.
Oh my god.
And how about the John Paxson cameo during the?
Oh yeah. And then it's John Paxson bobblehead night at the Windy City Bulls game. I'm sure that fucking place sold out. All fucking 9 people that fit there. I'm kidding. That's a very nice place, but John Paxson bobblehead night, like, come on, man.
He is still an advisor, technically, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay.
That was partially questioned, partially.
Yeah, he's still an advisor, and the team still sucks. So here we go.
Well, hey, his face was on the camera and in the stadium, and it was bad because as soon as they showed him, I was like, "Where's AK? I know I ain't gonna get any questions or any answers, but where is this man? Is he just hiding? Like, why am I seeing John Paxson on my screen? I thought we were past this. Show me Arturas Karnisovas, please." Is he still?
Oh, he's in hiding.
Around, or is he weekended burning and singing up in the office? Because
Arturas is he's either passed on to a better place or he is hiding. Because where is this guy?
Yeah, no,
I'm about to seriously talk to Marchese and have him make "Where's Arturas" t-shirts. I'm not trying to be mean. Arturas was asking where you're at. I'm not trying to fire you or anything. But where are you, man?
Yeah,
I want an explanation.
With just t-shirts.
Yeah, we're just gonna put it on t-shirts. Where's Arturas? That's how we'll spread our message.
And I guess on that note, what is your take on the report that neither Caruso or Pat are going to be made available?
If he thinks we're going to compete, then I guess I agree with him. Why would you get rid of him if you think you're going to compete? So,
what would lead him to believe that we're going to compete?
Because pride is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I mean, I can say that I'm a victim of that drug myself at times. But like Pat, I get being too prideful there. And Caruso's contract is fantastic for the next couple of years. So I guess I kind of get that there as well, especially with as much of a vocal leader and just leadership that Caruso provides, even when he can't shoot the basketball. He's like too valuable of a role player with his contract to a contending team to not cash that in with where you are.
They were saying it wouldn't be out of the world to ask the Warriors for James Wiseman, who was the second pick of the 2020 NBA draft.
Yeah, the team we should have traded up with to get LaMelo Ball.
Oh yeah, but if you people don't like to hear that.
No,
they forget that Vooch was after.
Oh, they forget that those assets could have been used for that instead of that.
Right. Oh. Yeah. I saw you put that on.
We could have made LeVar's dream come true. We could have drafted LaMelo and signed Lonzo.
Yep.
They
would have got a great 35 games in together.
So never would have got hurt if LaMelo was here.
That's the funny thing is it would not have been hard to move up in that draft. I really don't think so. And then the people are like, oh well, the people behind Pat. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I would have taken Obi Toppin over Pat. I didn't want Obi Toppin. I wanted Tyrese Halliburton. I
can't go that far. Obi Toppin was Jabari Parker Jr. for me. I can't.
You'd rather have Pat?
Yes, I would still take Pat over Obi Toppin.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. Not even close. I wouldn't. I don't care. How is that a bad take? I don't understand. Pat has literally just done nothing. He's done nothing. And people are like, oh, he's improved on what? Oh, good. You took, instead of 2 shots, you took 4 now. That's great. Thanks for the 4th overall pick of the draft. I appreciate it.
I wouldn't go as far to say that Pat hasn't improved. I think he's improved. I do see more confidence in the handles. Do see a little bit
glad. I'm glad.
More mid-range.
Everything else looks the same if I go on his stat head and I look at it. All looks the same. 3 years in a row.
But it's crisper, Buzz. It's crisper.
Oh, my God. I hope Crisp wins a championship. I really does. I really do. Because
my favorite post today was Casey Johnson quoting Zach LaVine on what he took away from the previous Thunder game where we lost in overtime. And Zach said, this team just doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if they're down 30, 20, or 5. They play with the same energy throughout the game the whole entire time. And I'm just sitting here going, how can you say this out loud and then do this to me every single night? Every night. We get 1 or 2 quarters of play in 2 quarters of, I'm supposed to play defense. I'm supposed to hustle. I'm supposed to grab that rebound.
And see, that's my exact point. In your point. If this is the mentality and this is the way they're going to play and they're not improving on that and it's not changing, why is Caruso not available?
No, that's the thing.
Why?
Why do you need a vocal leader that is the over-the-top piece for a contender that you're not? If there is, and not that James Wiseman's such a weird one.
I'm not saying he's the leader. That's not who I'm saying. But I don't think you're also going to trade Caruso for a straight-up leader. I think Wiseman.
No. I wasn't insinuating that Wiseman's a leader. I'm just saying in general, I don't know how I feel about Wiseman. I haven't followed his whole G League journey close enough.
I haven't. To be honest with you, dude, I'm usually dialed in with that. I
just know a lot of Golden State Warriors Twitter that I've seen. Not a fan of James Wiseman. I guess your team spent a 2nd overall pick on him. You think we feel pissed about Pat? Imagine taking somebody who's supposed to be a generational center and make your team.
He got talked up so heavy though, because think about it. He only played 3 games at Memphis.
Yep.
He only played 3 games. He basically got drafted off of what he did in high school.
And gym video.
Right. I mean, it's kind of wild, but there's other trades. If it was Kuminga, I'd be all over it.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be done and done.
Yeah, I'd be all over that. That would be sweet. But the Wiseman thing is what I hear. But anyway, it could be anybody. But if he has value to a contender, they have something.
Yeah, to that extent, even if it is a flyer on a Wiseman,
you got to recoup picks anyway.
You got to do something.
Yeah,
because even if Lonzo's healthy next year, I do not want to run this back.
No, you can't.
Well, you're gonna get the last tiptoe. Is that what we're gonna call it next year? Round 3 of continuity. Lonzo's back. The last tiptoe. We're gonna try to do this one last time. I don't.
How long were you thinking about that?
Split second.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm floored. I'm super impressed. All right, awesome. The last tiptoe, featuring Lonzo Ball. Let's get it.
Yeah,
narrated by LeVar.
Because that's just what this feels like. We're riding so much on Zoe, and I'm fine with that if it's a long-term plan, like him, Zach, in assets. but this whole dream of this iteration of this team needs it just needs to die.
Yeah.
And I guess if you plan on trading everybody, the way you're going to get the most value is saying I ain't trading anybody. So similar concept to everybody's hot topic on Twitter right now with the whole Justin Fields thing. If the Bears don't at least pretend that they're somewhat interested in the quarterback, they're not getting that value for that first pick. So I guess maybe that's the play here from AK if he's still alive. We're just leveraging our assets by saying they're not available. And I guess making Kobe White play better by telling him that he's going to get traded again for the 10,000th time.
Yeah, comment here from Andrew Jones. You all act like Lonzo was 96 short. No, we don't, because even if Lonzo was healthy, I think that we didn't have a great ceiling enough as it is. I think that we could be very good. I think that we could. I don't think it's championship good though. And 96 Jordan was championship. I just think Lonzo would be a very big help to the team. So 96 Jordan was championship. Don't think that Lonzo could do that. No. We also got, how did OKC get good before the Bulls? Because God is my first statement. And then, I don't know, man, they got SGA. That dude's a beast. That guy scores without shooting a ton of threes. Like, I mean, it's amazing.
Well, and then you got, Giddey over there.
Yeah, Giddey's really good.
Got our ass kicked by Harry Styles. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. He dogged Io all night. Io's supposed to be our point guard stopper, and he just looked confused by that matchup. And then we already talked about what Io did offensively, so there's
there's not much to talk about. I think we should just move on from this. But the Thunder do have a very awesome young core. They're fun to watch. They're a pretty good team.
And how many first-round picks do they have? Like 20 extra?
Yeah, like 74. Yeah, something like that. Next game, which I didn't realize. I thought our next game was going to be next Thursday, which I could have used a little break. I'm sure you could have too. But no, it's going to be Sunday, and it's going to be against my brother's team, Golden State. And the Bulls are probably going to get shellacked here. But anything can happen, right?
No, Buzz. This is the one team in this 8-game stretch that does have a winning record. So we'll play up to par.
It's going to happen. They're going to win, and everybody's going to be like, oh, my God. They beat
DeMar's going to come back. DeMar's going to come back.
Yep.
We're going to get the DeMar return against the actual competition because hopefully DeMar was only sitting out these 2 games because Zach was supposed to be capable of handling these bum team alert teams before playing the real team, so DeMar could get proper rest. But no, DeMar is going to come back. We're going to win. We're going to beat the defending champions. It's going to be like, oh, my God. With DeMar and Kobe's playing good and Zach, and now we're incorporating Vooch. We got it. We're going on a win streak. We're drinking fucking pickle juice. Doesn't matter. We dropped the first 2. We're going 5-1 at least. Pickle juice is still in sight. And then we're going to play another trash team, and then we're going to cry. Although,
I feel it was very detailed.
Does Paris maybe change it? Does a bum team in Paris change things?
No.
No?
Because I think we're a bum team, too.
Fair.
My karma came and got me. Because I called fucking Washington a bum team alert because all their best players were out. And we lost. We are a bum team. Because of what I said. Very upset about that, man. We're a bum team. I can't call Detroit a bum team even in Paris.
Brad, I cannot let you blame yourself for this. And I used your legal name. That's how you know.
You did. That's how it got really serious.
I can't let you take the blame for this.
I appreciate that. You said my real name. Now people know where to find me. No, I was kidding. I am going to take the blame, though, for that Washington loss. I still feel like I did that. Besides Zach running
I am still broken from getting gamed by Kyle Kuzma and our whole team getting out rebounded by Denny Average, as our friend CBA.
Oh, my God. We got to stop talking shit about people because that's why we're bad. Like Denny Average. I'd rather have Denny than Pat Williams. There's another one. Hey, at least the guy can grab a fucking rebound.
Yeah, he can grab a rebound. That's something that Pat isn't very good at, but I don't think he's a better defensive option. We would have the same problem. and he can't really shoot very well either. So it's I'm still all right on that one.
Yeah, but you had to think about it though.
I did have to think about
so I mean that's an issue.
You're not lying.
You had to think about it.
You are not wrong.
And just to be completely transparent, I want Patrick Williams to be really good because I wrote like how many articles about the guy, like, oh, if he does this or he does that, or he's looked good here or whatever, like I'd be really happy if he was good, but he is not. It's not good. And Denny would be better. And I do think Denny is better defender than Patrick Williams. Better rebounder too. What's up?
Sir, we need to stop this show before you say anything crazier. Unless you're just trying to reverse juju this
I am. Don't say that out loud, man.
Shit.
I had the Miller Lights, so my brain is moving very well right now.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So I was trying to reverse psychology what I did so the universe would fix it.
Is that what that means to do before the game? Is to have some Miller Light?
I think so.
The confidence flow?
I think it would loosen him up a little bit. Yeah, I think that would work well for him. So he's 21 now. He can get on. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's only 19. He's only 20. He's only 21. Can't wait. He's only 27. Okay? He's only fucking 27.
Jimmy Butler didn't hit his prime until like 28. I don't want to hear shit.
And it's not going to be like a jump to prime either, a progression into it's going to be a jump. So Pat's just going to go from 9.8 points a game to fucking 27.
Get what game it was, but as usual, unlike tonight, I actually listened to the home broadcast. I was listening to the opposing team's podcast, and the one broadcaster was aware of Pat's nickname, the Paw.
Okay.
And he called him the Paw, and the other broadcaster goes, the Paw. The Paw? Did you say the Paw?
Oh, they're dogging them.
And I think the claw reference went over their head, and they're just like, that's cute. That's trademarkable. The Paw.
Yeah, they were dogging him a little bit, though.
A little bit. Oh, no.
The announcers were dogging him. I've had enough. We need to be done with this one. You got anything else? Because now Pat's getting shit on by announcers here. I don't know. Golden State's going to beat us by 1,000.
Better than what you're saying about him. At least she was just talking about his nickname.
But the nickname means a lot to me, man, because I am my nickname.
So is that where we went wrong? Did Stacy just kill Pat with the Paw?
I thought it was cool and tough at the time.
I don't know that I ever felt it was cool and tough. I felt it was clever. Like, I get it. Dude's got mitts.
Have you ever been fucking popped with a paw? I mean, from a big dog, I assume that really fucking hurt. So,
yes.
Yeah.
When you say paw, I think like a bear or a lion. I ain't thinking a dog.
I usually think a dog.
Yeah.
Why are you so aggressive thinking about aggressive animals?
Because nicknames for grown-ass men that are 6'8", 240 are supposed to be aggressive. I ain't supposed to be thinking about puppies, which is unfortunately what we're often thinking about when we watch Patrick Williams play basketball is, why does this guy play like a puppy instead of a pit bull?
What would be a tough nickname? Like Butch?
No, that's just a Butch name.
I don't know, man. I don't know what would be a good nickname.
Just not Paw.
Just not Paw, okay.
Like the claw is the soft part of the paw. That name was taken. We didn't have to give him the soft nickname. And now we got a soft player. And we gave Maori Legend the finisher. And he comes back into town and has 8 dunks in a game.
It's a lot.
So Stacy has to be a little bit more strategic going forward. Because we called Hutch Young Pip. I guess it's just crapshoot because that one went the complete opposite way. Yeah,
it's I think his most accurate nickname of all time. What would you think his most accurate nickname of all time is for a player? He's got quite a few of them.
The whole Rolo shtick.
Yeah,
it was my favorite.
I think mine was Big Sexy for Kurt Thomas.
Yes,
I think that was probably. Yeah, that was a fun.
Big Sexy was the one. And
you just come in and hit 14-footers, dude. Like,
can we go back to the Big Sexy days? I miss the Big Sexy days.
I know, man. And see, that was it was funny because my brother and I were just talking about that before we were doing the show. We were talking about the 2009 2009 playoff series against Boston, and then going into the next year where Derrick Rose was the MVP and how awesome that season was. And I often have to remind myself about Kurt Thomas, big sexy, just giving you 8 minutes a night. But God damn it, he was hitting at least 214. Yeah, he was the man. He was the man. What a team.
He came in and laid some wood too.
He did. That's what big sexy guys do, I think. I don't know that from experience. But you're nothing wrong with that.
God, here we are again.
We got to get out of here. So you go ahead and you got anything else? Because it's time to go.
No, we need the pod to turn into a man, and maybe start Kobe White if we're not getting more tomorrow. Other than that, even if we're getting more tomorrow, throw me some Kobe White at this point because IO doesn't seem to be the move at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be back on Sunday after the Bulls take on the Warriors, and hopefully it's not a shellacking. So be sure to go on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap and on Tap Sportsnet. We'll be back Sunday after the Bulls take on the Warriors. Let's go, Bulls.